Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I want to welcome everyone that's just joining us right now to this great webinar that I have put together for you guys, the Big Tax Corporations Tax Strategies webinar. Okay, I'm going to give a little bit more time for everybody that's joining us right now. Want to make sure everybody gets a chance to listen to this great information that I will be sharing with you today. Okay. Today, you guys are going to learn about the three elements to becoming more profitable without having to pay higher taxes. While everybody's joining us, I want to start to talk to you a little bit about myself and why I have been able to help many business owners lower their taxes tremendously, okay? My name is Marcos Ramirez. I am a business and financial consultant. And for the past 12 years, I have been helping business owners save thousands of dollars in taxes year after year. Why I'm so excited to share this information with business owners? Because I know what it is to start a business. You know, I know the sacrifices and hard work that it takes to build a successful business. At the age of 19, without knowing much, I started my own business out of my house, right? I had a big dream, a big vision. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't have many guidance or anybody holding me by the hand like many of you. And the first year in business, I was okay. I made a loss, right? I had to invest money, but it was the second year in business. I still remember as if it was yesterday. I remember that year I was saving nickel and dime, right? Just trying to lower all the business expenses, trying to make money and put as much money in the bank. I wanted to save money, right? So when it came down to tax season, right, the year went off, and when I started doing my tax return, I came to the surprise that I had to pay a big tax bill. It was $40,000, my friends, $40,000 that I had to pay in taxes because I didn't have any tax planning, neither did I invest any money into my business. That was very sad. I felt as if the IRS knew exactly how much money I had in my account because that dollar amount was exactly what I had saved, right? So I remember writing the check, sending all of my savings, and just feeling overwhelmed and depressed. You know, I was very sad because I had to save that amount of money. It had taken me hours of work, working 12 hours, 7 days a week. And just to write that check like nothing was very devastating for me. But I made a promise to myself, and I made a decision that day that I will follow and learn what the big tax corporations do, right? Their tax secrets. I wanted to do like what the Amazons and the Walmarts of the world do. So I made a promise to learn everything, read every book, went to every seminar, and just started hanging around with a lot of business owners, okay? You know, it breaks my heart to see business owners suffering and paying high amounts in taxes. I see it all the time, right? It breaks my heart when I'm driving down to the office and I see another business closing. And I know that this is all due to the lack of financial information and the lack of resources. So that's why I am now dedicated myself in helping business owners implement the big corporation tax saving strategies. I got to thank all of you that's joining in. I know that as a business owner, sometimes our schedules, we are very busy, but just for you being here today, it shows a lot from you. You know what? It shows that you are willing to learn this tax saving strategies to help you grow your business. So I want to thank everybody for joining in today. So let's get started, guys. Okay, you'll be shocked to discover just how simple it is to start saving $10,000 up to $100,000 in a year in taxes, year after year, guys. I know that might sound as a surprise to many of you. I gotta warn you, please don't fall out of your chair, because with the information that I will be sharing with you today, I will show you exactly how to do this year after year, okay? So let me tell you why you should stay with me in this webinar today. I'm going to show you how to structure your business correctly so that you can protect yourself and become more profitable. I'm going to show you how to implement the tax systems that the big corporations like Amazon, Walmart, Apple, and all of the Google and big corporations use to reduce their tax liabilities to the least legal amount possible. Okay, guys? I'm also going to show you how to set up your business credit report so that you can have access to business loans without having to use your personal credit. Okay, but I gotta warn you, you should only stay in this webinar if you are serious and ready to have the best year in your business. Okay, I would like also ask you for a big favor today. If you have your cell phone with you or any type of distractions, this is the time where you want to put those in silence and go and get a pen and paper, because with the information that I'm going to give you, I'm going to transform your business. So I want to promise you something. If you hang out with me until the end of this webinar, I have a special gift for you guys, and it's valued at $5,000. But I'm only going to give that and honor that to those who stayed until the end. So let's talk about a little bit about who is this webinar for, okay? If you're having to pay more than $2,500 in taxes every year, then this webinar is for you. If you feel that the IRS is the only one making a profit from your hard-earned money, this webinar is also for you, okay? I've talked to a lot of business owners, and that's common amongst a lot of small business owners. If you feel that your accountant or tax expert is not providing you with the tax saving solution, or you're asking them for more things, what else you can deduct, and they're not providing you with their solutions, then this webinar is for you, okay? If you are frustrated for not having enough money to fund your business projects or ideas, this webinar is for you. And if you are ready to build a legacy wealth for yourself and for your family, then this is for you, okay? But I will also go over to the people that this webinar is not for, okay? If you are a close-minded person who thinks that you know everything already, then this webinar is not for you. If you're not willing to put in the work or time, if you like the idea of playing business but don't even ever invest in your business, then this is not the webinar to be at. If you are going to take this information and not use it or apply it, this is also not for you, okay? The reality, guys, is that most business owners out there will struggle tremendously and close within the first 2 years of business. And the big reason why a lot of people are closing their businesses is because they're paying a lot of taxes. You know, taxes is the #1 expense that all business owners have, okay? So I want to share, that's why I believe this webinar is very important for you, because I'm going to help you how to avoid this. But before we get going, just imagine what will your business look like if you could legally reduce or eliminate all of your business taxes. Think about that. If you could have access to business loans, regardless if you had good or bad personal credit. I want you to reflect a little bit about this and imagine if your Uncle Sam, if the IRS was to say today that for the next year, you didn't have to pay any federal or state or local taxes, how much better would your business be? Or how much better will you do? Think about that. You see, in the US, there are 2 types of tax systems, okay? There is a tax system for the small business owner, and then there is the tax system for the big corporation. That's right. I bet it's probably the first time some of you are hearing this, but I'm going to tell you why I say this, okay? Let's look about the small business tax system, okay? What small business owners often do is they make money, okay? They sell a product or they make money for their business. Then they pay the taxes. After they pay the taxes, then they go out and spend the money, okay? Or they bought something for the business, okay? And that leads to higher taxes, all right? A lot of the small business owners out there are paying anywhere between 25 to 60% of their profits in taxes. That's your hard-earned money leaving your pocket and going into somebody else's pocket. Therefore, is money not working for you? Is money working against you guys, okay? Another big problem among small business owners is that they use their personal credit to fund business projects and get in debt. This creates a lot of problem for a lot of small business owners out there because, you know, they go in and buy stuff for the business using their social security numbers, and then they try and buy a car or a house for their family, and the bank doesn't want to lend them any more money, okay? That's one thing. They also, it doesn't help their credit score because they open a lot of accounts that it dings their credit report, okay? Another big problem in the small business system and mentality is that they don't regularly invest in themselves or in their business, because that's one of the biggest regrets I have. And when I started my business, that not investing more money into my business and into myself. So I gotta urge you guys, if you're in this situation, you gotta make a change today, okay? And lastly, small business owners trade time for money, okay? So time is money. Let's find other ways that you guys can solve this. Let's look at the big corporation systems, okay? Look at the differences, guys. This is very important. What the big corporations do is that they make money, but before they pay the taxes, they invest the money back into the business and then find all the legal ways to have tax write-offs, okay? After they made all the investments, after they made all the deductions, then they pay the taxes. You see the difference? They invest and create employment opportunities in order to position themselves as partners of the federal government. So this is what you got to do, guys. You see, when you are self-employed, and I'm talking to all of you who are 1099, who have a small business, mom and dad shop, you know, commission employee, independent contractors, is the government is seeing you as a small business. They don't see you as you're contributing to the economy. Therefore, the tax rate is higher. However, when you position yourself as a big business, as a big corporation, then the government sees you as a partner. Therefore, they offer you more business tax credits, lower tax percentages, because they want business owners to be investing money into the economy, and they want them to create more employment opportunity. Now, when I'm referring to the term small or big, I'm not saying on the size of the business, I'm saying the way you conduct business. Okay, so that's very important to make a note of. They set up, the big corporations set up and use their business credit to make more money, guys. You see, the wealthy people in the big corporations, they use debt to make more money, to fund their business transactions. On the other hand, small business owners sometimes, and unfortunately, use debt to waste money or to get more into debt, okay? So we gotta change that mentality, and I'm gonna show you today how to build business credit so you can become more profitable, okay? They understand the secret to accelerating their productivity is investing in themselves, guys. There's nothing more important as a business owner, and I want to urge everyone and all of you that are here today to invest in yourself, into self-education. You know, buy books, attend seminars, go to network events where you're going to have access to people that have created tremendous big companies, entrepreneurs that are willing to share with you what they've learned and share with you the advice. I really, really urge everyone to start investing more in themselves, and I guarantee you that if you make that investment, your business will grow as a result. This system creates a greater fulfillment and admiration from your family members and loved ones, guys. If you're able to position yourself as a big corporation, you are going to be more successful. So the question today that you ought to ask yourself is, which system are you using to conduct your business? Okay, let's see. Are you tired of having to pay high taxes and not being able to keep more of your profit? Are you tired of losing business opportunities due to the lack of capital? You know, you're afraid to go and get that new project. You're afraid to go get or to bid for the big project because you know you don't have enough capital to invest, okay? Are you stressing and feeling overwhelmed when it's time to file your taxes? You know, a lot of people start worrying about those taxes in December, and it's a little bit too late. You ought to be worrying during the year, okay? If so, then you are using the wrong business system, guys, okay? But don't worry. You still have 5 more months to change this. Let me show you how. So let's get started. So the first element is to structure your business correctly. So you can set the correct foundation for success. Okay, that's the most important step, guys. The main reason why business owners pay high taxes, it is because they don't elect the correct business structure. Okay, they have the wrong business entities. You know, I've talked to a lot of small business owners that they think they're just thinking too small, and therefore they believe that they cannot change the entity. And that is totally wrong, guys. Let me show you how you can do that. Okay, so let's talk about business entities and why I stress this, that this is definitely the most important step, okay? I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about what different types of business entities are out there and why you gotta choose the correct one, okay? So a lot of you that are tuning in, we can see maybe you're a sole proprietors or general partnerships, okay? So what happens with these entities, guys? So these are the entities that pay the highest tax amounts, anywhere between 25 to 60% in taxes. They are responsible 100% for all business assets and liabilities, meaning the owners and the business are one person, okay? And it's all tied to your social security number. You see, the majority of small business owners out there, home-based business owners, people, you know, selling stuff out of their home, or 1099 independent contractors such as realtors or commission professionals select this type of entities. Okay, they usually file at the end of the year. They report their income, their business income all together with their personal income. Okay, and this creates high taxes. Okay, they get paying really high taxes. So I'm going to show you why you might want to change that. The other type of business entity is the limited liability companies known as LLCs and corporations. Okay, these are the most profitable types of business structure because you elect how you want to pay your taxes. That is correct. You can elect to remain a single member, an S corporation, or a big corporation. And this helps you eliminate the high self-employment tax. I'm talking about 15.30% in tax savings, guys. You make the numbers and you see the calculations, it's a lot of money that you can be saving, okay? It's also very important because with an LLC and the Inc., you can have a peace of mind where you can protect your personal assets from any business liabilities or lawsuits, okay? That's very important, guys. You know, small business, unfortunately, are not ready to handle a lawsuit. A lawsuit can potentially put you out of business. Now, I'm not an attorney, but I've been around in this industry so long to see how this type of situations can create big problems for the small business, for the small guys, okay? And that's why I'm here to give you that information so you can make better decisions, okay? And the best thing about being an LLC or corporation is that you can build business credit using your business federal ID, also known as EIN, guys. This is very important. A lot of you who are trying to apply for business loans are getting denied through the banks maybe. You want to buy a piece of property or something for the business, is because they're going off of your Social Security. But believe me when I say that building the business credit is very important, okay? So with an LLC and a corporation, you are going to have access to more tax deductions and less liabilities, okay? Just think about it. This type of structures are the ones that the big business entities use. You know, the big corporations like Amazon, Walmart, Apple, and Google, you would always see the letter INC after their business or LLC because they're electing the correct structure that is allowing them to become more profitable and pay less taxes. Okay, so I want to share with you a tax return here, an example of the difference between a sole proprietorship and a small corporation. Okay, this is very important, guys. I did ask for my client's permission to be able to share this with you. Okay, so I'm going to show you in 2017. This is a 2017 tax return. This client, this is a married couple, okay, who live here in our city of Las Cruces, and they have a daughter, okay? This couple owns a construction company. And in 2007, they had their business structure as a sole proprietorship. They had been doing this for many years, guys, okay? As you can see, their profit for that year was $81,548, okay? That's how much they showed as profit. Now, if we go to the second page, we're going to see some numbers, guys. But look at these numbers here. We're going to see the most importantly, the two biggest tax rates. We have the income tax and the self-employment tax. This is the 15.30% that sole proprietors, small business owners have to pay at the end of the year, okay? So if you total the income tax plus the self-employment tax, this couple had to pay $17,228 of their profits in taxes. Think about that, okay? That's how much they had to pay. To make it even worse, guys, they didn't have any guidance, any tax planning. Therefore, they didn't even bother to make estimated taxes during the year. They were not spending their years for quarterly payments. They waited until the end of the year. And what happened is that when small business owners failed to pay the government taxes during the year, you know, tax planning, the government is going to charge you some interest and penalties, okay? So as you can see, these poor business owners had to pay $17,375 in taxes in 2017. Now you can say it's this self-prepared because they were handling, actually the spouse was handling all of the bookkeeping and they did their own stuff. You know, I really admire those couples working in their businesses. There's a lot of work, a lot of hours you have to invest, and having to pay this amount of taxes is very sad. It's very heartbreaking, guys. Let me show you what I was able to do for this couple when they came, and I was able to coach them and I was able to help them find solutions. Look at the difference, guys. What happened when they came over, okay, I saw what they had been doing. The first step I immediately do is I was able to structure the business correctly, okay? I added the wife onto the LLC, which became a multi-member LLC, and I did what is called the S election. Now, I did the S election, guys, first of all, to eliminate the self-employment tax. Second of all, I did this is so that him and his wife could be put on payroll so that they can use that as a write-off, but also so that they can include their daughter. They have an 11-year-old daughter that they added here on payroll. So I'm going to show you the difference. In 2018, the tax form changed. Okay, so that's why it's only one page. So we can see here, this couple started withdrawing salaries for the husband and the wife. Okay, both were members of the LLC. They paid themselves $65,718 through the business. Okay, now the beautiful part of this is that they got to write that off on the business tax return. Okay, so they were actually, whatever they were making, they were using as a tax write-off. We also put the daughter on payroll. You know, I told them they need to hire the daughter. The daughter started helping them organize the files, and therefore they were able to pay her $12,000. Okay, we were also able to implement some tax deductions. We set up retirement plans, and we helped them go over all of their finances. So as you can see, for that year, they reported income was $65,718. However, since they followed the steps that I showed them, they had a small deduction of $4,000, which brought down their income. But look at the tax liability, guys. That year, 2018, their tax liability went down from $17,000 to $3,425. That's right, guys. We brought it down over $14,000. Okay, that's a lot of savings. And look, even better, I helped my client get a refund. Instead of getting having to pay taxes, they were able to get $6,000, $159 back from the federal government, money that they were able to use part to invest back into the business and go on a vacation. This makes me so happy, guys, because this couple hadn't gone on vacation for the last 3 years. And now because of this tax planning, they were able to do that. Okay, so that's very important, guys. I just want to stress to you the importance of electing the correct business structure for your business. Okay, very, very important. So let's talk about the new tax reform, guys. This is very important. In 2018, Congress passed the biggest tax changes to the tax system. This changed the game for many small business owners and self-employed individuals, okay? Because the majority of the changes were done to benefit the big corporations. So with that being said, it is your decision to select the correct business entities so you can benefit from this tax saving changes, okay? So a lot of people think that they heard that there was a lot of changes, but let me tell you something. Those changes are not automatic, meaning you got to know what are the changes exactly so you can benefit from those changes and apply them into your business, okay? So we're going to go more into detail. Now that we have covered the foundation, let's move on to the second element, okay? The second element is the importance of having or setting up tax planning during a year, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of small business out there do and 1099 people is that they wait until December to start planning or to start collecting receipts, okay? We see them all the time. Let me tell you guys, tax season does not start in December. Tax season starts from January and goes all the way until December, okay? It's very important, it's very crucial that you keep good records and that you do some tax planning with a professional that can guide you in making this decision, okay? So let me tell you why tax planning is very important. You see, the big corporations find the legal ways to reduce their taxes, and they do it through tax planning. Now, I'm aware that big corporations have the money to hire CFOs, right? Financial advisors. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and hire a financial advisor. What I'm telling you is to learn the secrets so you can implement them. Okay, I want to share this slide. This slide is very special for me. As you can see here, I have my children in the picture. And, you know, my children are my number one motivation, but very important is, let me ask you a question. How would it feel if you were able to legally deduct from your business, that's right, your children's private school tuition, school supplies, after school activities, trips, etc. You know, think about how much money you spend on your children year after year. Okay, luckily me and my wife only have 2 children, right, Emma and Chris, and I've been very thankful because, you know, my son has been working at my office since he was the age of 7. Okay, we put him on payroll, and he comes to the office, he comes and works, and we pay him. And I want to show you why you want to do that. Okay, it's very important. Before I go on to the next slide, I just want to send a big hug to my son. I know he's watching the video today. He was very excited. He helped me put this webinar together. So I want to take the time and and say hello to my son. Okay, so let's get started. So let me show you and share with you the benefits of tax planning, guys, and the importance of that. Okay, tax planning gives you the ability to track your expenses and find out ways to reduce your taxes to the least legal amount. Okay, you don't have to wait until December to start planning. Okay, let me share with you a little bit about some of the tax deductions that a lot of small business owners often miss. I was showing you how you can hire your kids. That is right. There's a law that allows you to hire your children between the ages of 7 to 18, and you're able to pay them $12,000 tax-free, guys. This is tax-free to your children and tax-free to your business. You don't have to pay any payroll taxes on this, okay? So imagine if you have 2 children, that's 24,000 tax dollar write-off that you can be deducting. And I'm pretty sure you're spending money on something. It has to be with sports or school. You gotta hire your children. You gotta put them in payroll, and you gotta learn the way to deduct it. Okay, that's very important. Another common deduction that a lot of business owners are missing or do not know how to take is the auto expense. Now, there's 2 ways you can be deducting your auto expenses. Okay, there's the IRS method, which is the mileage rate. Currently, the government is offering you 0.545 cents per business mile. Okay, that's one way you can figure out your costs, or you can use your actual expenses. Okay, you can take the cost of the vehicle. Now, you buy a new vehicle or used vehicle, whatever you pay for that car, and if you use it 100% for the business, you can deduct 100% of the value of that vehicle. Okay, you can deduct the interest, guys. If you're financing this vehicle, the interest is deductible. The insurance, the gasoline, the maintenance and repairs, okay? Now, if you're leasing the vehicle, you can also deduct the full lease payment. So you gotta make sure to keep track of your expenses and have some type of tax planning so you can determine what's gonna give you the highest rate, okay? Don't just go by what people say, oh, just keep track of your miles. Sometimes you might be better off with the actual expenses, okay? So let's move on. Let's talk about home office. A lot of business out there, a lot of small business out there are using their houses or their homes to work out of their house, right? They set up a small office at their home and they use it to do all the administrative work. Well, I have good news for you. If you have a home office and you're doing all the administrative work out of your home office, you can deduct part of their mortgage interest if you're buying the house, depreciation, part of the value or the cost of the house, or if you're renting, you can deduct the rent, the property tax, the insurance, and the maintenance, guys, okay? That's very important. You can deduct that, or you can also use what they call the safe harbor method, which is the IRS way, where they'll give you $5 per square feet of the space that you're using as a home office. Okay, so you gotta determine which deduction will be better for you. Now, you set up an LLC and a corporation, and let's say you're using the yard and a specific room for your office, you can even collect rent from your business, okay? So that's very important, guys. Don't forget to learn more about the home office deduction. This is a big deduction, big tax write-up that's gonna save you a lot of money, okay? Another important deduction is to set up retirement plans. You know, when you're self-employed, you gotta pay very close attention to this. You know, nobody's contributing into your Social Security retirement, so it's your responsibility to set up a retirement account, okay? The beautiful part about this, if you set up an LLC or corporation, you can put yourself on payroll and have the business pay for your retirement plans with tax advantages. That's right, guys. You can be able to also set your family, your employees with tax-free retirement plans. Imagine if you can deduct the money that you're paying into your retirement, but also by the time that you retire, you can deduct this money tax-free. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, you got to learn how to set up these plans, guys. This is very important, and you're able to do so if you set up LLCs and corporations, okay? Let's talk about medical expenses, health insurance. We have seen all the everything that's been said in the news, how insurances are going to go up and people complaining that they can no longer take your deduction. Well, let me tell you, you don't have to worry about this. Why do I say this? If you own a business, guys, and if you put yourself on payroll and your spouse, your family, your employees, you can set up what it's called health insurance plans, HRA plans. Okay, you hire a third party to take over of that. And guess what? All of your insurance premiums can be deductible 100%. Your prescriptions, your doctor visits, everything, dentist visits can become deductible. So it's very important that you set up HRA plans where you're able to deduct most of the majority of your medical bills. Okay, very, very important, guys. And last, I want to talk to you about business seminars. You know, a lot of you don't know that as a business owner, you can continue doing self-education, taking courses, and you can deduct the investment that you take on those courses. Okay, let's say you want to go to, you're a construction company and you want to go to a construction seminar that's going to be in Vegas. Well, you know that the travel, the cost to attending that seminar, your lodging and your meals can be deductible. Let me tell you why this is very important, guys. This is going to help your business grow. You're going to learn a lot of new strategies. And guess what? You're going to be able to deduct it, okay? I guarantee you guys, you know, I went to school for 2 years, college, and I remember sitting in class and thinking, man, I'm not learning a lot. But I tell you something, every time I go to a business seminar, I come back with more information or more tools to help my clients. So I definitely invite all of you to pay close attention to that and be investing in yourself and in your business, okay? So we've gotten down to the third element, okay? And the third element that I will be talking to you is the importance of building business credit, okay? I know a lot of you might, this might sound surprising. You've never heard of this, but let me tell you some statistics on that. Did you know that Walmart purchases 80% of their inventory using business credit? You see, access to business credit and cash is what allows Walmart and all the big corporations to become more profitable. Isn't that crazy? Walmart, multi-billion-dollar company who has tremendous cash flow, still uses business credit to build their business, right? Isn't that a clue, guys? Okay, you see, one of the biggest problems that I've seen small business owners do is that they use their personal credit to fund business projects, okay? This is the biggest mistake, like I say, that small business owners do. In fact, 97% of small business owners do not know that business credit exists, okay? This is very important. You see, having access to business credit and loans will allow you to grow your business. You know, just remember when I started my business, you know, I was 19 at the time and I had done some really bad stuff on my personal credit, right? And the worst thing is that that stuff stays with you sometimes for 7 years, right? We know that it's very hard to get good personal credit and very easy to have it go bad, right? But with the business credit card, that doesn't apply. Business credit, even I tell you, even if you don't have good personal credit, you can still have access to business credit, okay? So I'm gonna tell you 3 steps that you can do in order to start setting up your business credit. First step is you gotta make sure that your business is structured correctly, registered correctly with all of the required federal, state, and local agencies, okay? This is very important in building business credit, guys. This is what creates credibility to lenders, okay? Because when you go and apply for a loan, for a business credit loan, they're gonna ask you for your EIN number, okay, which is your federal ID number, and they're gonna run a report, and they're gonna verify the name of the business, make sure it's correct in all of the documents. They're gonna verify that it's a commercial address, okay? The owner's information, they're gonna verify that everything has been registered correctly, okay? So it's very important if you wanna start to create a business credit, you gotta become a credible company. So register your business correctly. The second step, guys, is to establish your business report with the business credit bureaus, okay? You got to establish and register your credit with Duns and Bradstreet, with Business Experience and Business Equifax, okay? Once you're registered with them, then they can start the reporting. And the third step is very important. You got to set up trade line accounts, okay? So if you're in the food industry, you got to set up a credit line with Sam's Club. If you're in the office business industry, you can set up an account with Staples, okay? And they're gonna give you those accounts because you see, when you go to, I'll give you an example. If you were to go today to the Staples store as a person and apply for a credit of, let's say, $10,000, well, they're not gonna lend you $10,000 because they're gonna say an individual doesn't need $10,000 to spend in Staples, right? But if you go in as a business and you take them your EIN number, they're more than likely to apply that $10,000 because as a business owner, you are able to buy computers and all the stuff that you're going to need for your business, okay? So that's very important, guys. Another good thing that I want to share with you about business credit is that it's not so highly regulated, okay, like the personal credit. The beautiful about business credit is that once you apply for a credit card or a business line of credit and you get that 20,000 or that 50 or 100,000 and you use everything, it's not going to ding you any points, okay? It's not going to take any points from your business credit report. Okay, the only thing that they are looking for is that you make your payments on time. That's in that you're a credible business. So I urge everybody to learn more about this, setting up their business credit. Get started today. I guarantee you, you can use this money to grow your business. So let's go a little bit about recap of what we've been talking about today. The first element, remember, is to structure your business correctly. So you can set the correct foundation for success. That is very important, guys. You know, a lot of you out there, sole proprietors, partnerships, you're paying high taxes. You got to structure your business correctly. And like I say, this has nothing to do with the size of your business. You just got to position yourself as a big corporation so that the government will see you as a big corporation, as a partner, and you can benefit from all those great, incredible tax deductions, okay? The second element is to start tax planning during the year. You don't have to wait until the end of the year, until December to start planning. You got to plan during the year from January through December in order to reduce your taxes to the least legal amount, guys. This is what the big corporations do, okay? This is what the Amazons do. And the third element is very important, is to set up your business credit. So you can use it to fund and grow your business. You know, you got to be able to, if somebody comes with the business opportunity, or you find a property that you can invest and where you're going to grow more cash flow, you got to have that availability to borrow that cash. Let me give you an example, guys. You see, a lot of the times, small business owners want to save money, or they want to use their own money to buy properties, okay? And they pay taxes on that money because they take it out of their profit. Therefore, they have to report it as income and end up paying taxes. But what if you're able to set up a business credit? Let's say you have a property that's been selling, you want to move your office or your business into it, okay? And it's $200,000, and you can go and apply for a business loan, and you can get that loan at 5%, okay? Get $200,000, invest it in your business, pay only 5% on that. But take this, you can also deduct that 5%. Which one will make more sense to you? Option number one or option number two? Okay, that's right. Option number two, let's set up your business credit so you guys can start growing your business. I want to share with you a little bit of some testimonials that I have, some people that I've been able to help over the years. You know, we have here Graciela Moreno from the Tiny Station. She sent us this testimonial saying, Marcos Ramirez showed me how to save $10,500 on my business taxes this year. That's right, guys. This is what we do all day. We help those starting business, those small business owners save money simply by structuring their business correctly and implementing tax saving strategies, okay? Guys, we also have here another client, Mr. Juan Valderrama from Valderrama Enterprises, who sent us his testimonial. You know, I was very happy when he sent me this text message with a copy of the Amex card, you know. He said, after attending Marcos Ramirez master class, I was able to set up my business credit. In 60 days, I got approved for a no-limit Amex card. Just think about that, guys. If you have a business right now and you're having problems with your cash flow, how much better would your business look if you're able to apply for this type of loans, okay? Well, a little bit more testimonials. You know, we have this new business owner, Monica Lebaron, who was here filing taxes in the U.S. for the first time. She has a great online business, successful yoga instructor. And just hearing, you know, I always say when you help a small business person, the best thing is that an actual person does a happy dance. And we can see you here with the picture, right? We found Janine Rodriguez, who's currently starting a transportation business. You know, I got the opportunity to sit down with her and be able to do that LLC and S election. And I gave her all the tools that she needs in order to avoid paying those high taxes, guys. Okay, so this is very important, guys. This is testimonials from real results, people that we've been able to help, okay? So the question is, you know, if there's still 5 more months before the end of the year, right? It feels like the year is just going by so fast. Just think about how fast those 5 more months are going to go. So what are you going to do, guys? Okay? Are you going to continue to pay 25 to 60% in taxes, not being able to grow or become more profitable, lose another business or investment opportunity due to the lack of capital? Or are you ready for a change? Are you ready to be able to grow your business, to implement those tax saving strategies and become more profitable? So this is your options, guys. Options number one is to take the information that I share with you today and not do anything with it, right? There's a lot of us. How many times somebody has given us information and we don't use them and we don't see any results, right? It's like if you continue to do the same thing, how do you expect to have different results, right? That's very true in the business world, guys. Or you have option two. Option two is where you will let me guide you step by step and make this process simple for you. I can show you, I have a proven system, guys. I can show you how to structure your business correctly, how to implement tax planning, guide you step by step, and how to set up your business credit so that you can increase your income, become more profitable, and get to keep more of your income. Okay? You need to know not only what it is possible, but what is provable for you if you have the right pieces to the puzzle. So today, guys, I'm going to thank, as I had promised, if you stayed around till the end of this webinar, I had a special gift for you. So today I'm launching my special pre-launch offer. I've been inspired by all the stories and all the people that I've been able to help, but I know it's time to help more business owners out there. Business owners that are struggling day to day to make to hard work and are losing a lot of money in taxes. So for today, guys, I'm talking to you. I would like to offer you a special pre-launch offer. Only for those of you who have made it to the end of this webinar, I will offer you a chance to be the first ones to register to my 4-week online course that I'm getting ready to launch, okay? This hasn't been released to the public. You are the ones to know about this, okay? And where I will personally guide you step by step and show you how to become more profitable by reducing your taxes, okay? I will not only reduce your taxes, guys, I'm also gonna show you how you're gonna be able to have access in 60 days to credit business credit, okay? Money that you can access to grow your business, inject money into your business, okay? This course value, guys, is valued at $65,000. This is the cost that it will cost you to hire a professional coach or financial advisor or to take a course in college, okay? But I tell you, I know that's a lot of money. I know that I was a small business owner once, right? I know what it is to start and not have enough capital. That's why I'm not going to charge $65,000 for this course, guys. I'm going to release it in 2 weeks for the public, and I will be charging $6,997 for the 4 weeks once it's open, okay? But for today, I promised I was going to give you some discount. For those of you that joined today, and only for today, you can have it for $795. That's right, guys, $795. I'm also going to throw in a bonus for you, okay? Because you've made it with me, you stick around. It tells me a lot about you. It tells me that you're really ready to make a change for you and your business, for your family. So if you send me an email within the next 48 hours, I'm also going to give you a free 30-minute consultation call, guys. I'm going to let you schedule. You pick the time and the date, okay? I'm going to get on the phone, or we can do a video conference, okay, a Zoom call. And I'm going to show you and guide you. I'm going to answer all the questions. I know that this is a lot of information. You guys might have a lot of questions for me, and I want to make sure I answer those for you guys. I want to make sure that in the next 5 months, I'm able to save you those 10, 20, 50, or $100,000 in taxes, okay? So I'm going to be leaving here the email, Marcos Ramirez Business Coach at gmail.com. Go ahead and send me your information. Let me know if you're interested. I will happily send you the link so you can schedule the free 30-minute consultation call. Like I said, again, this is only for the next 48 hours. If you want to secure also your spot for my course, my online course that I will be launching in the next 2 weeks, I invite you to send me an email and I'll get you registered. I want to thank you for taking the time today on this busy day to listen and to learn this new stuff, okay? Thank you, guys. And remember, it's your decision to make a change this tax year. Have a blessing day.